Except for Nashville, and Nashville back in business. The ball to the outside. Newhar charging to the right of the area. Pulls up right at the border of the box. Now he's in the area. Newhar cross. It's high into the air. It sails past everybody, and it'll be Weigott who is able to get onto the ball as it rolls outside the left portion of the area. Beautiful backheel. Lionel Messi through traffic. 1-2 defenders. My goodness. And he picks out Segovia into the right attacking half. Left wing Segovia charging forward. Segovia to the outside. And that's where it is played by Suarez. Way too heavy trying to get around a defender. And it goes across the left end line for a Nashville goal kick. Suarez just does not have the same explosiveness he once did to play a ball that heavy and get around to the defender in close quarters like that. Lionel Messi has Inter Miami on top 1-0. First half here in Fort Lauderdale. We are just 15 ticks shy of the half-hour mark. Ken LaVicka with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. To my right, onside engineer, the OG Oscar Gonzalez, back to the network studios in West Palm Beach. We'll hear him again at halftime, Mike Rizzo. And there is 30 minutes on this first half clock as Nashville passes it around the midfield on the near side. Again, Nashville attacking right to left. Eddie Tagseth, former Norwegian under 20 in the midfield, plays it off to the left-hand side, touchline, left attacking half. Nashville FC, or SC, Dan Lovitz dispossessed. And as the ball was played back, Inter Miami is going to get the benefit of a referee's call, a foul against Lovitz for a grab of the shirt. One yellow has been issued in this first half. Patrick Yazbek of Nashville SC was the guilty party. Nashville unbeaten in its last 15 all competitions. 12 in MLS, 4 in the U.S. Open Cup. Nashville in a 4-3-3 tonight under B.J. Callahan. Veteran defender Walker Zimmerman was talking this week about how Nashville has turned it around from 13th in the East a year ago to battling for the Supporters' Shield as we enter mid-July. And he said that after the regular season ended, B.J. Callahan kept the team in Nashville for a whole month, had an impromptu camp. And staying with Callahan has made all the difference. Here's Messi, left defensive half, long ball, and almost getting to it was Segovia, making a really long run up the left wing that started in the defensive half. It was broken up by Nashville in the box, but Inter Miami back on it, right attacking third. Here's Kremoski. He has had few touches tonight in the attack for Inter Miami. Now Messi onto Kremoski, left wing. Good ball to the left-hand side. Low delivery. Suarez could not get on the end of it as he was running to that near post on a ball from Alba. And it'll be a goal kick for Nashville. Suarez thought that he earned a corner, but it also looked like Suarez got his own feet tangled as he was trying to adjust to make a play on that ball at a difficult angle. And now there's an injured Nashville player. Yeah, Suarez made a mess of that as he whiffed on the ball. He's really frustrated, and yes, he's taken it out a bit on the referee, Filip Dujic. That said, I think there's some frustration with himself as well. Andy Nahar is the injured Nashville player who was laying across the end line near his own goal. He is back up now. Nahar, a Honduran international. But back to B.J. Callahan and the unscheduled postseason camp last year. It allowed these Nashville players to learn Callahan's system, to be around one another for an additional 30 or so days, and that helped them once the what is always very quick preseason came, and they were all on the same page once the season started. And credit to them for being professionals and not complaining about staying an additional month. Good defensive play by Jordi Alba. As he, with his back to the ball, was able to sprawl, get his right toe on the ball, and settle it nicely, pick himself up off the turf, and win possession back for Inter Miami in its left defensive third. Inter Miami clad in all pink per usual, 34th minute. That Inter Miami pink shirt has become one of the most iconic footballing shirts on the planet. Well done by Nashville on the press. Eddie Tagseth, who came to interfere with a ball that was intended for Kromoski near touchline in Inter Miami's left defensive half. If that gets through, Kromoski has a whole lot of real estate to basically saunter unmolested into the right attacking half. Instead, Inter Miami throw it, and Nashville wins it back right away. Close quarters passing, 4 different Nashville players touch it, and now Nashville is going to defer the ball into the right defensive half, clear some space, and try and work up out of the back. Palacios into the left attacking half. Into the middle. Right to left angle on a ball that is fed to Lovitz near left touchline. Now back into the middle channel. Here is Nashville. A low shot from distance. It fell to Surridge. Maxi Falcone in the middle of the area. Blocked the Surridge shot. He went full extended on a tackle. That would have been a point-blank attempt on Ustari. And Falcone saves the day defensively, and Inter Miami has possession in its left defensive half. Oh, that was a phenomenal individual effort. Full sellout of the body, the full anatomy from Maxi Falcone. So that conflagration extinguished. 1-0 Inter Miami still maintains its 1-goal advantage. Here is Falcone, fresh off of his heroics. From his right center back position. Starts moving the ball off to the far side and now making his way to the midfield stripe. Left portion of the pitch is Martinez. Now off to Messi. Messi flanked intently by Mukhtar of Nashville. 2022 MVP in Major League Soccer. 2 MVPs on the same pitch. Messi last season, Mukhtar 2022. Allende trying to swipe a ball, right defensive half onto Wigan, who was making a run. Didn't get all his foot on it, did Allende. And it is won back by Jack Mayer of Nashville. Nashville, long ball, defensive half. Ustari knew that was coming. He was 30 feet off his line outside the area. Took a short hop on him. He had to head it out of play across the touchline. Didn't feel comfortable trying to keep it in play because Schaffelberg was making a run. Ustari did the right, safe thing, just sent it out of play, lived to see a throw in. Nashville did throw it in, and then Nashville, not on purpose, played it all the way back into its defensive half. So everything comes up roses for Inter Miami there. A 1-0 Inter Miami lead. A 17th minute, Lionel Messi, glorious free kick goal. And aren't they all glorious when they find the back of the net? A turnover from Nashville. Trying to do too much was Newhar of Nashville. Trying to go 1-on-4, and Inter Miami won it right back. Lionel Messi just olayed Mukhtar about 35 yards out. Messi, good ball, short range. Suarez back heel, wanted Messi. Couldn't get through, but then Inter Miami won it right back. Inter Miami's playing real hard. Segovia on the turn into the right wing. Here is Suarez. So Suarez playing on the right at this moment. Suarez onto Allende, headed to the right corner, near the end line. Low cross, Allende! And he had Segovia right side of the box, got a right foot on it, but could not put it on net, and it floats wide of the near right post. Oh, that was a good ball with a lot of pace from Allende, deep in that near right corner, and he put it on target to the young Venezuelan, Talasco Segovia, who just could not twist his hips around enough to challenge Joe Willis, the Nashville goalkeeper. So after it sailed out of play on the shot, goal kick Nashville, and here they come, trickling towards their left defensive half. Surridge playing all the way back near the midfield stripe, trying to get touches on the ball. Falcone pushed him in the back, and a foul is called. 38-30, 38-31, 38-32 on the clock here in this first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. Lovitz the left back for Nashville. Left defensive half on the near touchline. The ball is worked over to the far right side. Played by Palacios. Now Newhar. An attempted cross delivered in by Yazbek. That's blocked out of play across the far right touchline by Davi Martinez. Throw in Nashville. This will be handled by Andy Nahar. Good throw in. All played through. Couldn't get through completely, though, as Martinez at the top border of the box got his right foot on a soft delivery from Eddie Tagseth. Right idea for Tagseth, but Martinez read it well. A lot of poise there. Here's Nashville again, though, asking questions across to Mukhtar. Heavy touch. He tried to bicycle delivery, a ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Wanted Surridge. Inter Miami cleared it away, but the job's not done after the clearance. Newhar back on it. Now Tagseth on the right wing. Now Mukhtar, upper right of the box. Low delivery, sent in. Alba broke that up. And Segovia pokes it back to Alba, this time outside the box, along the far left touchline. And Nashville backs off. Well done by Inter Miami in the passing channels to get legs and limbs in the way. Andy Nahar, though, has been a pest from the Nashville side. The right back has a goal and 7 assists. He's an MLS All-Star, and he's showing why. He's extremely active. He's arguably been the best player on the pitch tonight for Nashville. We are within the confines of the 41st minute. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. Who accounts for the difference? You can guess. Lionel Messi. Messi, good ball into the midfield circle for Busquets. Suarez sends the ball high into the air. Right attacking half in the middle channel for Segovia. Good ball, Messi to the left part of the box. Alba's there. Low cross. And able to break up the play was Mayer for Nashville. Right man, right spot. And then Inter Miami able to track back on a long ball forward and win it in the midfield. Great communication. Maxi Falcone, as well as Davi Martinez, to cut off Mukhtar, who was a little bit frustrated. But Nashville wins possession, and here they come with some real estate to operate in. Near side left attacking half. Lovitz will play it back to the left of the midfield stripe. Yazbek with the left foot, slides it on to Tagseth. Tagseth up the middle channel, goes to Nahar on the outside right. A left-footed delivery from the far left touchline. Tagseth was making a vertical run to the edge of the right side of the box. No connection there, and Oscar Ustari for Inter Miami after corralling the ball with his feet. Will, in front of Nashville's leading scorer, Surridge, pick the ball up and will distribute as Inter Miami gets back to work later stages of this first half. At this juncture, can't imagine a ton of added time. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead. Suarez sends a sky ball into the left defensive third of Inter Miami. Alba plays it back to Martinez. Martinez, along his end line, earns a goal kick for Inter Miami as he blasts it off Mukhtar. That was not a well-played ball back to Martinez, and he was able to corral it. And a veteran move, put it off of Mukhtar to allow Ustari the goal kick. A reminder, all Inter Miami corners brought to you by Lytle, Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. That's Lytle, Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Inter Miami came into tonight 12 first-half home goals. That's now 13th. It is now tied for third in Major League Soccer, that mark, first-half home goals. Nashville, a rain-making high ball, defensive half into the left attacking half, and then Wagon, a little bit of a heavy touch, but he was able to win it back for Inter Miami. Almost found Allende at the precipice of the defensive half. Nashville trying to find anyone making a run. Surridge just sort of no look, sprawling a ball into space, easily cleared by Inter Miami. And then a bad play by Busquets and Martinez. Here's Nashville, penalty D, and a diving block of a shot from Davi Martinez and Maxi Falcone as Schepelberg was trying to line it up straight on goal. from the border of the top of the box. That was deflected high into the air. It rolls out of play. Shackelberg is banged up. Oh, man, Inter Miami throwing bodies at the ball. That's the best way to atone for some sloppiness in your own defensive half, by sacrificing your body. It was Martinez who went full vertical. He took out his own teammate Falcone, but Shackelberg's the one who comes up banged up for Nashville. He's now up, and play is back underway. Goal kick, Inter Miami. We are inside the final minute of this opening stanza here in Fort Lauderdale. 1-0, Inter Miami on top. Falcone, right in the middle channel. Right smack dab in the middle, the epicenter of his left defensive half. Now off to the left portion of that defensive half, and near the midfield is Jordi Alba after a pass from Martinez. Played back by Segovia to Martinez, and then Jordi Alba couldn't get on the end of a ball near the midfield stripe, and Nashville has it back. Nahar from his right back position sends it to his right center back, Jack Mayer. Nashville looking to probe. They are patient on offense. Nahar now in the left attacking half along the far touch line. We have hit 45 minutes, 3 added minutes in this first half, and now Nashville threatening on the border of the left attacking third. Good ball to the outside, room to operate. Lovitz got onto it near touchline. Lovitz step over into the left channel. He swings it across. It's headed to the near post, and unable to get on the end of it was Surridge on a beautiful delivery from Qasim. Ustari had read it well the entire way. Qasim was marked, probably got away with a push of Busquets in the box. Qasim tried to feed it to the near post where Surridge was making a run, but Surridge couldn't get there in time, and it is a goal kick for Inter Miami. The 3 added minutes in this first half with Inter Miami up 1-0, presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That new Q5, it is beautiful. Go to AudiUSA.com. Why wouldn't you want to test drive it? Come on. We are through a minute of the additional 3 in the first 45. 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, near side. Tag Seth, square ball, near side to far side with his left foot, picks up Nahar. Now he sends a ball up the outside right wing, sliding over Martinez to blast a ball into the seats. Right corner, Shackelberg was making a run. Martinez concedes the corner for Nashville. This will come far side to near side, and it'll be delivered by Mukhtar. Inter Miami has been prone at times this season to allowing set-piece goals, especially off of corners. This will be an outswinger, far side to near side for Hani Mukhtar. A whole bevy of bodies in the box in the left attacking third. Corner for Nashville with about a minute left in the first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. And in the air, Mukhtar delivers. Good pace on this to the 6-yard area. It's headed up into the air and wide. Bustari's goal. And it is going to be a goal kick for Inter Miami. I believe that was Surridge who got a head on it for Nashville, but never really much of a threat. He was off balance and he was well marked. So Ustari's going to take his time, try and bleed off as much clock as he can here in the twilight moments of the first half. No, it wasn't Surridge who got the head on it. It was Surridge who had Maxi Falcone on top of him for much of the sequence. Surridge was unhappy. The goal kick from Ustari into the right attacking half of Inter Miami, and Nashville able to win it. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, Nahar to Yazbek. Yazbek now tag Seth. Couldn't connect on a pass to Shackelberg, who was standing about 6 yards into the left attacking half. It rolls through Shackelberg, and that is the end of the opening half. The whistle is blown by Filip Dujic, and a fascinating opening 45 minutes. The exclamation point in the 17th minute, Lionel Messi with a goal from 23 yards, a free kick under the wall and inside the far post. sending Chase Stadium into hysterics, his 15th goal of the MLS campaign, and Messi is the difference. Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. At halftime, we'll hear highlights, we'll go through numbers, and we'll take a glance all around MLS with Mike Rizzo, who is waiting patiently, whichever one you want to say or use, waiting patiently back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Mike Rizzo on the way. Inter Miami, a 1-0 lead over Nashville SC. Halftime show after this. It's Inter Miami.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Welcome to What's Next. For your community, for your career, and for the healthcare field. At Carrington College, we're training the next generation of medical assisting professionals, bringing you the hands-on training to be ready for a career in a real-world healthcare setting. We're building a proven legacy of career training, going back over half a century. So if you're ready to train for a career in medical assisting and make a difference in your community, we're ready for you. For information about student outcomes, visit carrington.edu/SCI.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, dine, or host your next event? Discover the Officers Club Restaurant and Bar in McClellan Park. Enjoy fresh, seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and a relaxed, inviting vibe. Stop by for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. And don't miss Monday night trivia from 7 to 8:30. The Officers Club, where great food and good times come together. Visit theofficersclub.com today.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our best price ever on the best 5G in Sacramento and be the best you. Check where your ride is for your trip into the office. Get that almost impossible dinner reservation and save big with Verizon while you do it all. Switch today and pay $45 a month for a single line. That's right, just $45 a month when you bring in your phone with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Score report dated 2H 2024. Your results may vary. Additional terms apply.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And we're also committed to sustainability. That means all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from 2 of our very own recycling plants. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water, bottled at the spring source. Learn more at crystalgeyserplease.com.
Epic views, waterfall mists, summits, sunsets. It's all better outside. And with All Trails, you can discover the best of nature with over 450,000 trails around the world. Download the free app today and find your next adventure.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
His left foot, low ball scored inside the far post. It was inevitable. Messi fate was sealed. It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He is one off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5. Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 break kick goals in his career.
That is the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, on the call. Welcome on in, folks, to your halftime report on your Inter Miami radio network. Lionel Messi opening up the scoring in the 17th minute in that first half. It is his 5th goal in his last 3 games and 9th in his last 5, to Ken's point. And he has over 100 goals outside the box in his career. We are truly watching one of the greatest to ever do it in an Inter Miami uniform. And as I mentioned, welcome on into the halftime show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Let's get into your halftime stats, brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Inter Miami winning the possession 53% to 47. Expected goals for Inter Miami is 0.46. Expected goals for Nashville, 0.14. Total shots for our Herons, 5, comparatively to Nashville's 3. 3 shots on target for our Herons, 0 for Nashville. 2 big chances for Inter Miami, 0 for Nashville. You're finding a trend here. Inter Miami defensively has really kind of locked things down for Nashville. Inter Miami Oscar Ustari doesn't have a save. He might as well be picking dandelions out there with what's been going on in the first half with Inter Miami. But Inter Miami did miss a couple of big chances. This thing could easily be 3-0 right now on the score sheet. But 1-0 at halftime with Lionel Messi's 17th minute goal. I mentioned that no saves so far for Oscar Ustari. Ustari, coming into the game, we were a bit worried that something might have been going on with Oscar. Oscar kind of had a shoulder injury. The last game, we saw the lone goal that New England scored this past Wednesday. That was Inter Miami's last fixture this past Wednesday at Gillette Stadium against the New England Revolution. It seemed Oscar Ustari hurt that shoulder. He went to go try to swat a pretty good shot by Gill of New England, who ultimately ended up scoring. He went to go reach his shoulder up, felt some pain, and wasn't able to extend it. Javier Mascherano tonight has 2 goalkeepers in the reserves. He's got Rocco Rios Novo, the young Argentinian, who before he came to Inter Miami, played football with Javier Mascherano for the under-21 Argentinians in the Olympics. And then you got William Yarborough, the United States veteran who played 19 games last season for his former club, gave up 45 goals, but nonetheless, 2 keepers on the reserves for Inter Miami. We didn't necessarily, like I said, Ustari might as well have been picking, dandelions while Inter Miami was really holding possession and getting shots on target. But it's good to see that Oscar kind of lasted that first half. But Inter Miami dominating the game. As I mentioned, it probably should be a couple of goals to nil right now, but we are deadlocked at 1-0. Let's go around the MLS. A lot of fixtures in hand right now, and a lot of these fixtures did start at 7:30. So we are into the second half on a couple of these. So Orlando City up 1-0 on Montreal. That's in the 53rd minute. Philadelphia up 2-0 on the New York Red Bulls, 53rd as well. Toronto 0-0 with Atlanta. That's in the 50th. As I've mentioned, halftime with our Herons, 1-0 over Nashville. Austin FC in that 13th minute against New England. And then Chicago and San Diego. San Diego up 1-0 in Chicago. Minnesota against San Jose. Minnesota up 1-0. 0-0 against Sporting Kansas City and Seattle. And then FC Cincinnati up 2-0 against the Columbus Crew. Let's take a quick look at the reserves for Inter Miami on maybe who might be coming into the game. By the way, Lionel Messi, the lone goal in the game, 7.7 MR, according to FotMob. But on the bench, no one else on the pitch, for that matter, for Inter Miami or Nashville, is over a 6.8. I could probably see Baltasar Rodriguez coming on at some point, maybe for a Talasco Segovia. Federico Redondo, Ken did mention Redondo a bit banged up right now, but he is available off the bench. Maybe you could see him come in for Benjamin Kremasky or Sergio Busquets. I think Sergio Busquets maybe could use a breather, did not rest for 1 minute during the FIFA Club World Cup, and has really been available and fit. But Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and then Fafa Pico. I honest to God, folks, I was a little surprised Fafa wasn't in the lineup tonight. We haven't necessarily seen Fafa Pico featured for the Inter Miami Herons. Pico, a big acquisition in the offseason, can play a little bit of everything. Can play left mid, can play right mid, could play a bit of striker if asked to as well. So I think those are three names to keep an eye on coming off of the bench: Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and Fafa Pico. Now, if there is a defender, let's say a center back gets injured, it's going to be Ryan Saylor tonight. Ryan Saylor is the lone center back on the bench for Javier Mascherano tonight. So if we do have a center back go down, it's probably going to be Ryan Saylor coming off that bench. For that matter, too, a fullback as well. So Saylor, the lone defender on the bench, could possibly see him coming in as well. I got to give credit to Mascherano and the Herons for their game plan against Surridge. Now, Surridge is the Golden Boot leader by 1 goal after Lionel Messi scored his 15th goal in the MLS season in the first half. That is Sam Surridge, the 26-year-old from England. He has 16 goals on the season and has really been able to find the back of the net a lot of times this year. But Mascherano and this defense and his tactics have really gotten to Nashville. I mentioned, once again, let's go through the statistics for Nashville. No shots on target, no big chances, 0 big chances missed. They have 3 shots total. I mean, there has not been a lot of offensive output so far for Nashville SC. And, let's hope it continues in the second half. On Wednesday, Inter Miami's most recent fixture, they were able to handle their business handedly in that first half. Did get a little bit of dicey in that second half after that Gil goal in the 80th minute. But 1-0 is your halftime score. It is now time to send you back pitchside with Ken LaVicka and our on-site producer, the OG, Oscar Gonzalez, live in Fort Lauderdale. Good to be home. Inter Miami's first home fixture since May 31st. Going well so far. Let's hope our Herons can hang on in the second half. You are listening to your Inter Miami.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, dine, or host your next event? Discover the Officers Club Restaurant and Bar in McClellan Park. Enjoy fresh, seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and a relaxed, inviting vibe. Stop by for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. And don't miss Monday night trivia from 7 to 8:30. The Officers Club, where great food and good times come together. Visit theofficersclub.com today.
The powers that be want you to believe that sunspots are interfering with our signal from ESPN Radio. Little flares from 93 million miles away, disrupting the feed of my station? Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Oh, sure, scientists say solar storms mess with satellites, right when I'm a... Bill Belichick? Forget it. Tune in before sunrise when we're immune to the sun's so-called harmful rays. Wake up with Unsportsmanlike on ESPN 106.3 before the sun starts its daily attack.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
To start the second half in Fort Lauderdale, Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. Filip Dujic blows his whistle, and the second half has begun. Ken LaVicka back with you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as nighttime is fully descended upon South Florida. 1-0 Inter Miami on top here at Chase Stadium. To my right, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG onside engineer. Great work as always at halftime by Mike Rizzo in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami in the attack right to left in the second 45. Inter Miami head to toe in pink, black lettering, numbering, and trim. Meanwhile, Nashville, yellow tops, blue lettering, numbering, and trim with their blue shorts. Inter Miami in the left attacking third. Suarez sends a ball to the right of the area. Allende holds up play, and he'll scoop a ball out to the right wing, and Inter Miami resets the attack in their left attacking half. Inter Miami got the only goal of this match in the 17th minute off of a Lionel Messi free kick. He now has 10 goals in his last 6 matches, 9 in his last 5. Absolutely prodigious from Lionel Messi. In fact, the biggest goal-scoring burst of the year from Sam Surridge, who's on the other side tonight. Nashville, the Golden Boot leader in MLS, was 10 goals in a 6-match span. That is an all-time record for Nashville. Lionel Messi has officially matched that pace with his free kick goal tonight, with his 10th tally in 6 matches. Here is a ball that is sent right defensive half, and on the charge, here's a good ball through, trying to get to Luis Suarez, but it's swiped back to the goalkeeper. Suarez could not get on the end of that. Jason Palacios got there first. That ball came from the right wing from Tadeo Allende. Off the restart, the referee says, no, push it back. Not ready for play yet. As we get into minute number 48 on a warm, muggy Saturday night in South Florida. The air is heavy, a lot of anticipation. It was thick leading into this one, and this has been quite the tug of war between these two sides. Nashville found its way about the 20th minute of this match, has not been able to break through after Inter Miami was the better side for about the opening 20 minutes, and Lionel Messi punctuated that with his free kick goal, a foul against Kromoski in the Nashville right attacking half as he wrestled Neuhaar to the turf. And now it's Tagseth off the restart, getting Nashville going. Coming up the right side, outside right channel. Here's a delivery into the box, and it's into the back of the net. A goal for Mukhtar. A wonderful delivery from Neuhaar, about 30 yards away from the near touchline, and he picked out Mukhtar Bidustari on the near post, and we're level at 1. What a dazzling delivery. That was all world, and Inter Miami has been dinged early in the second half. Neuhaar just lined up across, and Mukhtar was unmarked in the middle of the area and simply flicked a header near post past Ustari. That is poor defending from Inter Miami. That is not good enough. And Inter Miami pays the price. 1-1 in the 49th minute. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. It's Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Ken LaVicka back with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 1. Nashville just drawing level thanks to a Hani Mukhtar goal, his 10th of the year. He now has 18 goal contributions on the season. That is his 5th goal all time against Inter Miami, all competitions. He has been a thorn in Inter Miami's side in the history of the franchise. And now Inter Miami needs to get moving again. The attack has been stagnant. Left of the box, here's Luis Suarez trying to nutmeg Palacios. Couldn't get it through his legs. And now Nashville trying to build out of the back. Oh, a chip up and over Alba to himself for Nahar, who had the lovely assist on the Mukhtar goal. But Inter Miami able to track back. Sergio Busquets and Davi Martinez escort it back to the goal right side of the pitch where Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami goalkeeper, swipes it back into play. Messi, a ball to the left wing. Suarez fighting for it. He's boxed out by Palacios. Suarez just not contributing much here tonight. He had a very, very poor miss on a wide open net early in this match, and it has carried into his play the rest of the proceedings. Nashville's goalkeeper Joe Willis has a ball played onto him, and he will send one right up the middle to Patrick Yazbek in Nashville's left defensive half. And now Yazbek has it once again after a return feed from the far touchline. Yazbek into the attacking half. It was won by Schaffelberg, who took some contact, and a foul is called against Kramaski of Inter Miami. Schaffelberg for a second time tonight down on the pitch and writhing in pain. And now here come the physios for Nashville. Inter Miami, 10 halftime leads this season, 32 points in the opening half. That is second in MLS. But Inter Miami, it only takes Nashville 2 minutes into the second half to equalize, with this scoreline sitting 1-1. So as Schaffelberg for Nashville receives some medical attention, players on both sides will go and receive some hydration. Fafa Pico getting loose for Inter Miami along the Inter Miami touchline. You wonder if he's going to be the one to take Luis Suarez off. Alan Abando is not available tonight for Javier Mascherano. If we're speaking of Inter Miami strikers, Federico Redondo is getting loose as well. Baltasar Rodriguez jogging in his penny along the end line, left side of the pitch. Goals tonight for Lionel Messi, Inter Miami, and Hani Mukhtar of Nashville. Inter Miami's coming in the 17th minute. Nashville's, thanks to Mukhtar, coming in the 49th minute. 1-1 score line. This match and Cincinnati-Columbus, the two heavyweight battles. And this weekend of MLS play, Schaffelberg is going to come off. So we'll have our first substitution of the match, and it's going to come via Nashville. Alex Muil is onto the pitch, and he'll take over near the top of the 4-3-3 for manager BJ Callahan and Nashville SC. So an injury-forced substitution for Nashville just about 4 minutes after drawing level 1-1. And Nashville has it in their left defensive half. Inter Miami has not shown much in the attack for quite some time. Willis, the goalkeeper, sends it into the midfield. Busquets with a header down in front of the midfield circle, and Inter Miami is in possession. Can they make anything happen? Martinez coming into the left attacking half for Inter Miami. Continues to charge forward. And now a good ball. Messi to the outside left of the area. Alba pushes in a cross. Couldn't find anybody. It's cleared away, but on to Busquets of Inter Miami. Busquets now scoops to the right side of the box. Allende lays it off. Here's Messi. Messi to his left foot to the top of the penalty arc. His shot is blocked high into the air. Could not get it through traffic. Can Inter Miami win the ball back in their defensive half? The answer is yes, as Mukhtar hit the ground. Kramaski won it back for Inter Miami. Now to the right of the area. Wagon worked into the middle channel, about 34 yards out. Messi. He was able to thread the needle on a pass to Suarez, who tried to float a ball to the upper left and put it up and over the crossbar. An ambitious take there for Luis Suarez just outside the right portion of the area. It's into the seats, and it's a goal kick for Nashville. Well, Suarez tried to loft a ball home with no keeper in front of goal early in this match. And then he tried to do it with pinpoint accuracy in the 54th minute. And it sailed about 5 feet above the crossbar. Right idea. Suarez right now, his form doesn't dictate he's able to pull off that shot. Tag Seth. Just inside the right attacking half for Nashville. Sprayed a ball out to the left-hand side. It'll be played back into Nashville's left defensive half. And the boys in blue, as they call them in Tennessee, stay patient in possession. Tag Seth. Midfield circle. Good tackle from behind by Luis Suarez. That's a nice contribution. And now Segovia left attacking half. At the front of the midfield circle. Here comes Messi up the right channel. Messi back to his left foot. Messi dispossessed by Tag Seth. Good defensive play by Tag Seth as Messi was trying to line him up. And look out on the counter. Here's Nashville. It's a 3-on-2. It's played left side of the box. Falcon was late defensively out of the right foot of Surridge. And it's just wide of the far post to the right of goal. But the flag was up. It was offside. Surridge couldn't keep himself on. Falcon was a bit late defensively because he played Surridge offside coming up that left channel. This is starting to get a little nervy for Inter Miami. This looks like the Nashville that is unbeaten 15 in a row all competitions and 12 straight in Major League Soccer. Maxi Falcone, far side right defensive half for Inter Miami. Trying to regain some traction in this match are the men in pink. Square ball near side to the middle of the pitch. Lionel Messi couldn't beat Tag Seth for that ball in the attacking midfield. Real-time MLS table, Cincinnati is atop the East, 45 points as they hold serve. Over in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 43 points on the table, 2 points back. Nashville can leapfrog Philadelphia with a victory and put themselves for another weekend in second in the East. Inter Miami, meanwhile, has fallen to sixth in the real-time table, with Orlando's 1-0 victory over Toronto. But Inter Miami, if they can pull off all 3 points, they will jump into fourth in the East because they have swept the season series from Columbus, who currently trails 2-0 in their match. But right now, Nashville controlling possession, 58th minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville SC from the defensive half into the attacking half, far left touchline. Marcelo Weigott won a ball on that side. That is good physical play from Weigott. There's a Nashville player down and upset on the far side. The referee says play on. That's just football. I believe that is Surridge who is unhappy. And now here comes Inter Miami. Left attacking half. The border of the attacking third. Segovia. Inside right channel. To the outside left of the area. Alba played it back Segovia on the left wing. Segovia scoops the ball. Messi couldn't get through. A little too cute there from Segovia. And then Segovia called for a foul as he rode Tag Seth into this natural surface. Filip Dujic has, for the most part, kept things orderly tonight. Our referee in black on this Saturday evening. And we have hit the hour mark here in Fort Lauderdale. Ken LaVicka with you from Chase Stadium. Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer, the OG to my right. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville. In the second half this season, Inter Miami has 19 goals. That is sixth in MLS. They need to find one here break this 1-1 draw. Nashville looking for what would be a famous away victory and snap a streak of 7 winless against Inter Miami. Here's Wagon with the delivery into the middle of the box. That was handled by Nashville defensively. That delivery came from the right-hand side, and then Nashville trying to use its athleticism to charge forward, and a foul against Nashville. That's a nice play by Allende to get to the ball first and get in front of Kasim, who's called for the foul along the touchline in the midfield. And now Inter Miami back to play. Martinez, left attacking half to the near touchline. Inter Miami going right to left into the middle. Here's Suarez onto his right foot. Suarez had a pass picked off, won it back though in the penalty arc. Tried a short range pass to Segovia. He had it tackled away. Brave defending by Jack Mayer of Nashville. There looked like a couple of opportunities Inter Miami had to maybe attempt a shot. Segovia, he thought he was fouled in the left attacking third. But the referee says play on, and Nashville on it in the right attacking half now. Played into the midfield circle for Kasim. And now Tagseth. Right into the middle of the pitch, Yazbek. Yazbek surveys, sent it short range outside the left portion of the center circle for Tagseth. Tagseth delivered a ball to the top border of the box. Falcone heads it down. And a long ball into the middle. Suarez couldn't get on the end of it. Messi nearly did, but swiping it back is Palacios from the midfield circle onto the keeper. Gonna give away. Willis give it right to Messi, middle of the box. He's not gonna miss that. Messi pestered just long enough to force the turnover. It's a 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He found himself all alone, and he puts it into the left side of goal. It was on a platter, and Messi was perfect. 2-1, Inter Miami, 62nd minute. And a big thank you from Joe Willis of Nashville. Messi will never score an easier goal. A catastrophic mistake from Willis as Messi stepped into the path of a pass at the edge of the area. Messi footed it down and simply slid it past the keeper. Messi forced the mistake. What can't he do? And there the Messi chants. And now Javier Mascherano is going to take the opportunity to make his opening substitutions. Federico Redondo, Baltasar Rodriguez are on for Inter Miami. Redondo for Allende. As these substitutions are coming hot and heavy here, so I'll try and keep up with you as we go along. Baltasar Rodriguez taking off Telasco Segovia for Inter Miami, and then a couple of substitutions for Nashville. Gaston Brugman has Patrick Yazbek coming off. So Yazbek's night is done, the midfielder. And Gaston Brugman enters the fray. Walker Zimmerman, the U.S. men's national team man, comes on for Jason Palacios. So those are your substitutions, 4 of them in total, 2 for each side. And substitutions 2 and 3 for Nashville. 2-1, Inter Miami on top. 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He now has 11 goals in his last 6. An unstoppable and jaw-dropping pace for Lionel Messi at 38 years old. And now in real time, Inter Miami jumps to 4th in the Eastern Conference. 65th minute. There is still a lot of time here. Inter Miami is going to have to either park the bus, which has not worked particularly well for them through fast stretches of the season, or continue to be aggressive, which did work for them for the most part in the FIFA Club World Cup. And in about the last month and a half of MLS play. So what tactic will Javier Mascherano take? We're about to find out. Sergio Busquets forces a turnover in the midfield, and now Inter Miami wants to run again. Lionel Messi, middle channel, left attacking half. Split two defenders, and he's chopped down by Tagseth. No, the referee says play on. My goodness. Absolutely no respect for the greatest player of all time from Filip Dujic, the referee. But then a very strong Wagon slide tackle to break up play as Nashville was trying to produce an opportunity. Far side, right attacking third. Off the throw in for Nashville. Here is Muil. He was the first substitute. Pass to the top of the box. Surridge tried to play it through his legs. Cleared by Inter Miami, but right back to Tagseth. Here comes Nashville. Play through. Look out! And Mukhtar from a difficult angle. Right of the 6-yard box. Put it offside netting. I believe Ustari got a touch on it. And let's take a look here. Ustari, I don't know. They awarded a corner to Nashville, near side to far side. Ustari's not protesting. We looked at the replay. It did not look like Ustari got a touch on that. It was a really difficult angle shot. It will be a corner for Nashville, near side to far side. Right attacking third. This will be an outswinger from Mukhtar, the goal scorer tonight for Nashville. 2-1 Inter Miami. 67th minute. Mukhtar with his right foot as Inter Miami attempts to mark defensively. Two hands in the air for Mukhtar. Here he comes to the near post. It's headed up and over the crossbar. Ustari had to leap for it, and he put a touch on it. He tipped it over the crossbar. Oh, that was a nifty header from Walker Zimmerman. I know it went off of Federico Redondo, I believe. Walker Zimmerman, it went off the shoulder of Redondo. That was where the touch took place upon the replay. So Mukhtar's going to do it again, same spot. Near side to far side corner, 2-1 Inter Miami. Walker Zimmerman, the wily veteran, the U.S. men's national team veteran, directed that well. Mukhtar is going to put this to the near post again. It's headed by Surridge to the left of the area. Now sent to Tagseth, who almost whipped on a shot entirely outside the upper left of the box. Ball is loose. Won by Inter Miami. Cleared away. And now there's a chase for it. And it is going to be Inter Miami winning the ball. Well done by Inter Miami on that far side to draw a foul. Jordi Alba giving it everything he had to track that ball down. It was sent skyward. He controlled it, took contact for the foul. Quick restart Inter Miami. Messi races into the left attacking half, but had a pass blocked away. He was trying to send something up the left wing, and instead, here's Nashville. They try and play a ball through to Mukhtar, who is lurking, but Martinez had him marked well, and Ustari for Inter Miami will come up at the top of his box and simply push a ball with his right foot back to Martinez, about 5 yards outside of the upper left of the area. 2-1 Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, his 11th goal in 6 matches. I mean, that is absolute insanity. He has 5 straight braces, and he also is tied with Sam Surridge, who's right across from him on this very pitch for the Golden Boot League in Major League Soccer. Miami taking some time in its right defensive third. Got to be careful here. Near right touchline. Alba scooped a ball out that was deflected. It was pressed on to Suarez near the midfield circle, but he couldn't control it, and Nashville is back on it. You'd like to see Inter Miami maybe a little high and skyward, and Nashville will regain possession, but they'll do so about 35 yards away. Here's Nashville once again, outside the area, charging hard. There's contact to the edge of the box from Sergio Busquets. Nashville had a player throw himself to the turf. The referee says play on, and then a foul against Nashville and Inter Miami's right defensive third. And Inter Miami will finally get the ball back. Well, that was Qasim, who tried to earn a point to the spot. It was close to the upper line of the area, but the referee said play on, rightfully so after looking at the replay. As we mentioned earlier, Nashville extremely proficient at earning the referee's whistle and drawing penalty attempts, 10 of them this year. Nashville has been awarded. That's tops in Major League Soccer coming into tonight by 6 entire attempts. Nashville's converted 7 of them. Inter Miami, right defensive third. Falcone floats a ball into the middle, and that was too easy. Right back to Nashville. But Nashville gave it right away. Martinez, good footwork, and into the middle, some room to go for Rodriguez. Rodriguez left attacking half. Nice job of holding up play. Shed a defender, sent it to the near touchline. Kromoski. Kromoski's going to take his time. Give it off to Alba. Alba outside left channel. He's flanked by 2 defenders. We're about 7 yards away, and Alba opts to play it back into the right defensive half to Davi Martinez. Martinez, whose loan from River Plate expires at the end of July. There will be a decision that will be made on his future by the front office of Inter Miami, but he has played an integral role in Inter Miami's 2-1 lead here tonight. 73rd minute here in Fort Lauderdale. And a foul against Nashville. Far touchline, Inter Miami's right defensive half. And is that Suarez? No, that's Weigand, who looks like he took a spike in his right calf. He's up. He's still rubbing it a little bit. Medical attention as old as time. The old rub it where it hurts. Inter Miami left defensive half near side briefly as Alba left hand sweeps it back into the right defensive portion for Inter Miami. Now Martinez will do Alba one better and send it back to his own penalty arc where Ustari splits 2 defenders with a pass to Busquets. He gives it right back to Ustari. Ustari, no stranger to playing it with his feet, will spray a ball. Now defensive half near touchline to Alba. Near side, Martinez into the middle. Not a great ball. It was bandied into the air by Nashville, and Redondo won it for Inter Miami in the defensive midfield. Inter Miami taking its time, and they find anybody making a run. 2-1 Inter Miami. A third goal for Inter Miami would provide a lot of needed relief against this extremely potent and, for the most part this season, unbeatable Nashville side. Martinez, right defensive half. Now into the middle in the defensive half, Busquets. Off to Falcone, shaded off to the right-hand side, and now he will deliver a long ball forward. And it is handled well by Nashville, headed out of play. Far touchline, about at the border of the left attacking third for Inter Miami, and the throw in Inter Miami. Here's Lionel Messi 40 yards away, lays off a pass, Busquets angling left, and now a delivery to Alba. Even edge of the left box extending. Now Kromoski to the left of the area. He hugs the touchline, gives it right back to Alba about 10 yards away. Pass into the middle, Redondo. Redondo takes 1 touch, now 2, and then has a pass easily intercepted. And now Nashville on the move once again into the right attacking half. Here's Nashville. Well done, Davi Martinez, as he came up and he swept it away from Kasim. That is good physical defense from Davi Martinez. He's so agile. Oh, Busquets, for a moment, thought he had Messi making a run. Messi had to cut off the run. He was offside. Instead, Busquets holds it up and sends it off to the left near the midfield stripe, attacking half for Alba. Now near touchline, Kromoski. Minute number 75 is nearly in the books, and Inter Miami clinging to this 2-1 lead. Inter Miami in their defensive half just need to be solid on the ball. Weigand streaking right to left into the middle channel in his right defensive half. Busquets gave a ball to Messi, who retrieves it in the defensive half. Messi zooms and zips away from 2 defenders. Give it to Martinez near side defensive half. And now Alba into the left attacking half before deferring back to the defensive midfield. Martinez now to Alba. Into the middle. Left wing. Left attacking half. Kromoski. Toe pokes it onto Rodriguez. He'll give it off to Messi on the right wing. Messi comes forward. Messi through 1 defender, now 2, onto his left foot. Gave it up. Rodriguez, now Alba, left of the box. He misplayed it for a moment. Pushed it Messi back to Alba, left of the 6-yard box. Into the middle. Oh, a bicycle kick attempt. And Weigand couldn't quite, or Suarez couldn't quite get enough on it. And it takes 1 hop into Joe Willis. Oh, an electric attempt from Suarez, but he could not get enough on it. Oh, man, he spiked it into the turf instead of directing it on goal. If he could have gotten any sort of propulsion on that shot, Suarez, who was fully airborne, I'm not sure how Willis stops it. That had the fans out of their seats. Inter Miami able to win the ball away from Nashville after Nashville had made its way into the right attacking third, but Nashville on it again immediately. A ball floated to the left side of the area. Martinez heads it away from trouble for Inter Miami. And now, here's Suarez. Good job. Good ball to Redondo. Redondo couldn't send a ball forward, though. He got through two defenders, still battling for it. Oh, the referee called a foul as Messi was charging forward to win the loose ball. Redondo had worked extremely hard to continue the play going into the left attacking half, but Jack Mayer took a dive, and the referee obliged and called the foul against Redondo. That would have resulted in a 3-on-2. The final two substitutions are coming for the side from Nashville. It's going to be Matthew Corcoran who comes on, and Julian Gaines for Nashville. Tag Seth's night is over for Nashville. Matthew Corcoran, 2 assists on the season as Nashville restarts play. Into the middle, Surridge. Good job, Martinez. As Surridge was inside the left portion of the area, Martinez skied the ball, then won it back along the end line. Inter Miami works it out to about 35 yards away from their own goal before Nashville regains possession. Julian Gaines sends it to the near right touchline. Kassem. And Inter Miami will watch as Nashville tried to feed a ball from the right wing to a vertical run being made about halfway between the 6-yard box and the right edge of the 18. It did not link up, rolls across the right end line. Goal kick for Inter Miami. Nashville going full high press. They are throwing numbers into the Inter Miami defensive half. Inter Miami with the goal kick. Baltasar Rodriguez make that Redondo. No, it was Rodriguez. Won the ball for a moment. Gave it up, and then he comes and bowls over Nahar. Nahar got up, got the ball, but Inter Miami won it right back, and then Suarez is tackled off the ball by Zimmerman. Suarez is unhappy. Nashville back in possession. Left wing, Mouil. Now Corcoran, his opening touch since substituting on to the left of the area. Lovitz, he had a cross blocked, but it didn't go out of play. A right-footed attempted a cross from left of the area by Nashville. Blocked away, this time by Wega. And now Messi wins it for Inter Miami, and now maybe some numbers can push forward. Left attacking half, Kromoski. Kromoski will hold up play as we enter 79th minute territory here in Fort Lauderdale. Rodriguez in the midfield circle, attacking half. Left side of the pitch for Inter Miami. Rodriguez is simply going to chunk a ball back to Redondo. Midfield circle, defensive half. And now Martinez for Inter Miami. Along the touchline, near side, Alba. Left attacking half. Kromoski wins the ball, trying to keep it away from the defender, Gaines. And now Alba will simply deposit the ball back to Ustari in his own box, right side of the pitch. And the blue-clad Ustari blasts the ball into the midfield, right back to Nashville. There's Brugman. Midfield circle, wanted Surridge trying to make a run towards goal, but he was bracketed by 3 Inter Miami defenders, and he was offside. Good job by Martinez and Falcone and Redondo to account for Surridge. The ball rolls harmlessly onto Ustari, and we have 10 minutes plus any added time left in this 2-1 Inter Miami lead. It would be Inter Miami's 5th straight victory in MLS play. Lionel Messi, both goals tonight for Inter Miami. In the 17th minute on a free kick, in the 62nd minute after forcing a turnover and easily poking it home. Long ball, Kromoski on the charge. Left channel, left to the area. Kromoski able to make the turn on it. Gives it up left wing, Suarez, who came in support. Suarez right into the middle, Busquets. Busquets, defenders collapsing on him. Sends it off to the right-hand side, Messi. Messi comes up the right wing, charges into the box. got through one tackle, then the ball was deflected away along the end line right side. It's won by Weigott of Inter Miami. Right back on to Messi. Messi to Busquets outside the area. Gave it up Messi. Messi could not get a proper touch on it. Good defensive play by Corcoran. Nashville had some problems getting the ball away from the box, but now they finally do, only to have it won back. Good job by Busquets off solid pressure from Inter Miami. That was well done by Inter Miami defensively. Now Messi, left wing. Good job. He's giving it up to Alba. Alba almost sped it through to Suarez, who was making a run. But a sliding Zimmerman deflection of the ball saved catastrophe for Nashville. And then a foul is called. No, a substitution's going to be made. And we are going to see Tomas Aviles. Aviles, who was asked this week about his yellow card issues, attracts them at a concerning rate. He's going to be put to the test here in the final 8 minutes. Luis Suarez's night comes to an end. Nashville has been awarded 10 penalties this year. Aviles needs to keep his limbs to himself. 2-1 Inter Miami. Sitting on this lead, 82.5 minutes on the clock. And Inter Miami concedes a throw-in in Nashville's left attacking third. This will come from the far left side. Nashville's manager, B.J. Callahan, looks on. It's worked to the middle channel for Nashville, about 35 yards away. Outside the left portion of the box, the ball is fed to the left of the area. Inter Miami, or Nashville, searching. Here's a ball to the 6-yard box. Mukhtar got a foot on it in front of Busquets, but could not get a good shot on it, trying to turn just outside the near post and get something on it. Ustari able to gobble up the dribbler, but Mukhtar put himself in a good spot, controlled the ball well, but on the turn couldn't quite make enough contact on the shot, and Ustari able to clutch the ball into his chest. That was frightening, and there was a little bit too much room there for Mukhtar to be able to maneuver. So now the back line for Inter Miami. Martinez is at this moment playing left back. Alba's moved up to the midfield. Your center backs are Aviles and Falcone, and Weigott remains at right back, with Busquets trying to assist defensively. Yannick Bright continues to miss time with injury for Inter Miami. We have crossed the threshold of the 84th minute. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 1 here in Fort Lauderdale. And here comes Nashville, pushing forward again. Attacking half, far touchline, right side of the pitch. Corcoran floats the ball to the right of the area. Handled there well by Nahar. Now Gaines, outside right channel. Back to Nahar. Near the touchline. Top of the box extended, near side, right side. Gaines, 1-2 action with Broodman. And now it'll be sprayed into the middle channel. Here is Nashville. Left wing. Left foot delivery, and nobody home for Nashville. Surridge was marked well by Falcone. Davi Martinez easily chests the ball down, and Oscar Ustari is simply going to scoop the ball up left side of his area, and he will deposit with two hands the ball back to Martinez over the head of Nashville's Andy Nahar. 85 minutes on the clock. As things are tense here at Chase Stadium, 2-1. Inter Miami on top. Glad you're with us on this Saturday night. Messi. Good layoff off to Weigott. Now Inter Miami has some room to operate. Messi charging forward up the middle channel. Left attacking half. Messi. Good ball to the outside. Left of the box. Alba. Alba going to wait for reinforcements. Here comes Martinez to be that reinforcement. Back into the middle now. Busquets. 85.5 minutes expired. Redondo for Inter Miami. Right wing. He'll swipe a ball to Alba, who's able to keep it down along the touchline near side, but it went off of his hand as he tried to control it. Handball. Redondo just a little bit too much on that right wing to near left touchline delivery, and now here comes Nashville. into the midfield circle. Inter Miami trying to keep it shape defensively. An Nashville player went down in a heap away from the ball, and a referee calls a foul against Wagon. That's Alex Muil, who went down, and a card is shown to Marcelo Wagon. So Wagon becomes the first booking of the night for Inter Miami. So this is straight on. This is outside of 40 yards where this free kick is placed. Mukhtar stands over it for Nashville. So again, this is outside of 40 yards. Mukhtar is going to try and pick somebody out. Inter Miami needs to be very disciplined here as we are encroaching on the 87th minute, and Inter Miami leading Nashville 2-1. Inter Miami with this ball floated from Mukhtar, left side of the box, handled well by Falcone, headed it away, right side of the area. Now he collects along the far touchline and played it into some space for Rodriguez. That's well done by Inter Miami. Kromoski, good short-range pass far side, and now Inter Miami works it to the middle channel in their right defensive half. That was superb footwork from Inter Miami. It ended up on the feet of Messi. He pushed it off to Alba. And now Busquets in his midfield role. Gives it off to Aviles. He will punch it on right side. Right of the box extended. Far side, right side to Falcone. Onto the keeper, Ustari. Gives it up to Aviles. And now it's back on to Federico Redondo. And he is going to saucer a ball to the far right touchline. Redondo being hassled and pressured by Brugman, and he draws a foul. Shielded Brugman well multiple times. And now a restart from Redondo. Busquets, defensive side, midfield circle. Rodriguez sprays a ball right of the midfield circle to the near side, still in the defensive half along the touchline for Davi Martinez. He'll feed Alba. Very high line being played here from Nashville. Martinez from the near touchline blasts a ball into the Inter Miami box, their own box. And Maxi Falcone, after retrieving, will dribble it on to Ustari, the keeper. Ustari, long ball forward, left defensive half, corralled there by Kromoski. Kromoski, a couple of moves to free some space. Now Messi. Messi, 1-on-2. Messi heads to the touchline far side. And now a good ball into the middle, mishandled by Redondo, and then eventually gave it away. Redondo is really hurting Inter Miami here with some poor footwork. And then Redondo called for the foul as he, out of frustration, made too much contact with Surridge, who had collected about 25 yards away from his goal. Redondo's got to be better there. Everybody's doing their part on Redondo. There's no reason for him to misplay that ball. 2-1, Inter Miami, 89th minute. Inter Miami needs to keep its defensive shape. Corcoran gains now, near right touchline. Right attacking third for yellow-clad Nashville. Not a great ball from Corcoran, who from 40 yards away sent a pillow soft delivery into the area to no one in particular. Ustari goes up, makes a hands catch, hits the turf. Mukhtar of Nashville and Falcone of Inter Miami exchange a couple of shoves and some words. And while Ustari ends up side-swiping a ball out of his own area. Inter Miami's defense able to take it away from Mukhtar in the right attacking third. Martinez, well done. Nashville wins it back in its left defensive half. Zimmerman off to Gaines. 90 minutes have been hit. 6 additional minutes with Inter Miami leading 2-1. Extra time presented by your South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Extra time presented by your South Florida Audi dealers. Nashville turned the ball over. Couldn't keep the ball in play along the near touchline in their right attacking half, so Inter Miami will throw it in their defensive portion. Oscar Ustari rolls a water bottle out to Marcelo Wagon, who deserves all the hydration he can get for the work he's put in here tonight. He whips it across the end line. That was nice of Oscar. And we are already a minute gone through the 6 added in this second half. I'm sorry, it was not a throw-in. It's a free kick for Inter Miami. There was a foul called. My apologies. Davi Martinez will simply watch Jordi Alba come up and whip the ball back to Ustari in front of his own goal. Right attacking half for Nashville. And now Nashville wins the ball in the midfield. Mukhtar, always dangerous on the ball. You'd rather him have it 40 yards out, which is where he has it. Mukhtar, back heel. Nahar off to the touchline, gains right side. Back to Nahar, now to the middle channel. Corcoran 1-2. Sent it right to the area. Gains across, and Jordi Alba had it go off of his chest and out of play across the end line. It's going to be an outswinging near side to far side corner for Nashville. As we hit 92 minutes in Inter Miami, clinging its fingernails to this 2-1 lead over Nashville. Mukhtar to do the duties per usual with his right foot. That's why this will be an outswinging corner. Mukhtar floats this one, middle of the box. It is loose outside the area. Nobody got a touch on it, and it falls to Messi. Messi, here he comes forward. He turns on the burners. He was grabbed by the arm, and a yellow comes out against Nashville. Jack Mayer is shown yellow for grabbing the arm of Messi. And it's incredible that Lionel Messi, at 38 years old, with still over half a pitch to go before he gets to the opposition goal, he's still so quick and so wily and still so full of guile that opponents have to make the decision to simply intentionally foul him at that area of the pitch. He is a true freak of nature, Lionel Messi. Busquets off the free kick, square ball, far side, near side, handled by Martinez along the touchline in the left attacking half. Inter Miami has already been able to choke out 3 minutes of the 6 added here in extra time with this 2-1 lead over Nashville SC. If this result holds, Inter Miami moves to 4th in the Eastern Conference table. Even in points with Columbus, but they beat Columbus twice this season. Inter Miami left defensive half. Weygant on it. Now Redondo sends it up ahead. Outside right channel, taken right of the area. Rodriguez, Baltasar Rodriguez whips it across back post. Wanted Messi, but just a little bit too much on it. The timing not quite there. And it'll be a throw-in for Nashville as the ball rolled across the near touchline. And their left defensive third. And now Weygant has an issue with his groin, it appears. Hopefully this is just a cramp. Weygant telling the referee he's okay. That was actually Kromoski who delivered that cross. That could not quite find Messi. Off the throw-in for Nashville, deep in their own defensive end, headed out of play once again near touchline by Inter Miami. So another throw-in for Nashville. 94-20, 94-21. Ryan Saylor will be a substitution incoming for Inter Miami once there's a stoppage in play. He has his shirt on, and I believe he's probably going to end up taking Weygant off. 94 and a half minutes on the clock. Nahar lobs the ball into the box. Mukhtar laid it off for Surridge, and a good sweeping defensive play by Tomas Aviles for Inter Miami as he left-footed a ball across the near right touchline. That was well read by Aviles. Now here comes Saylor, and it is indeed Weygant, who should receive a very hearty ovation for the effort he put in tonight. Weygant, an absolute rock star, doing all the small things tonight for Inter Miami. So Weygant departs. Ryan Saylor comes on. Weygant with a little bit of a limp. 95-20, 95-21. 6 minutes were tacked out of the 90. Inter Miami just over 30 seconds away from grabbing all 3 points on 2 more Lionel Messi goals, who is in line to be man of the match once again, and MLS Player of the Week once again. I would make 4 times this season. Nashville, last gasp it appears. About to get into their right attacking half. A high ball from Mayer, headed away by Inter Miami Sailor, but Nashville wins it right back. Mukhtar in the middle channel, 30 yards out to Nahar. Nahar, right wing, sent it to the right of the area. Holding up play, back to Nahar. Nahar onto his left foot, getting towards the box. Shed one defender and a second. It's still loose in the area and finally cleared away by Falcone. The ball is sent to the midfield. Lionel Messi saying blow the whistle. Nashville getting more time. A floater left side of the area, headed into the middle, handled by Busquets. Now Messi has it for Inter Miami towards the midfield. Messi back heels it to the far side. Inter Miami just waiting for the whistle. Rodriguez. And he's knocked down. Far touchline. The referee blows his whistle for the foul. David Beckham looks on in attendance tonight, as well as Jorge Mas. Arsene Wenger in attendance, the former Arsenal boss. Seeing another Messi masterpiece. 96-57. We're a minute past the allotted 6 that were added on to the end of this one. This throw-in might be it. It's a far side attacking half throw-in for Inter Miami. Or make it a free kick. Messi puts the ball on the turf. Messi, once he puts his foot into it, we anticipate the final whistle. Messi is going to launch it into the defensive midfield. And there is the final whistle. Inter Miami, 3 points. Inter Miami ends the 15-match unbeaten streak of Nashville. Lionel Messi, 2 more goals, 5 straight braces, 11 goals in his last 6 matches. He is the favorite for the MVP in mid-July. And Inter Miami has won a 5th straight. And they surge into 4th in the table in the Eastern Conference and still have 3 matches in hand. Inter Miami 2, Nashville SC 1. That is your full-time scoreline. Messi does it in both halves. An absolute warrior, Lionel Messi. But a cast of characters who, for the most part, played very solid football tonight. Marcelo Wagon, Maxi Falcone, Ben Kramoski, all contributed. Tomas Aviles had a critical clearance late on, deep in extra time. Lionel Messi continues his goal-scoring tear, his torrid pace. He's the greatest of all time, and he's still at 38, is maybe the best player on the planet, and he keeps reinforcing it. Match after match after match, night after night after night. The lights are never too bright, and the opponent is never too fast for Lionel Messi, who asked many questions of Paris Saint-Germain as well in the knockout stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. Inter Miami beats Nashville to move into 4th in the Eastern Conference table. A lot to come from Mike Rizzo in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Highlights of this one, stats, numbers from the full 90, and then some. He'll tell the complete story, and I'll get you updated on not only the MLS slate, but also the MLS table on this Saturday night. For our on-site engineer, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG, I'm Ken LaVicka, your final full-time scoreline for a final time from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami 2, Nashville SC 1. 5 straight wins for Los Heranitos. And the celebration is on at Chase Stadium. Mike Rizzo has your post-game show next. This is Inter Miami football.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, dine, or host your next event? Discover the Officers Club Restaurant and Bar in McClellan Park. Enjoy fresh, seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and a relaxed, inviting vibe. Stop by for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. And don't miss Monday night trivia from 7 to 8:30. The Officers Club, where great food and good times come together. Visit theofficersclub.com today.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 1063 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 1063 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 1063 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Recent technological breakthroughs
at ESPN West Palm have revolutionized your day
by innovating the all-new concept
of middle out sports radio compression by arranging sports end to end. ESPN 1063 has managed to double the number of takes in every hour. ESPN 1063's record-breaking 5.2 Berman score was previously thought to be impossible. ESPN 1063, the audio is working.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And we're also committed to sustainability. That means all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from 2 of our very own recycling plants. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water, bottled at the spring source. Learn more at crystalgeyserplease.com.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our best price ever on the best 5G in Sacramento and be the best you. Check where your ride is for your trip into the office. Get that almost impossible dinner reservation and save big with Verizon while you do it all. Switch today and pay $45 a month for a single line. That's right, just $45 a month when you bring in your phone with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Score report dated 2H 2024. The results may vary. Additional terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time